News with Katrina Smith.
Welcome and good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday. It is June 15th. I'm Katrina Smith, meteorologist Sam Wessing over in the Weather Center. We are in for a few hot days as we move into next week, and the weekend, a little bit of the same.
The weekend is perfect, actually. We're going to stay in the 70s all weekend long.
Beautiful.
So we're not going to feel that warm up until Monday when we're going to be in the upper 80s. Then we're talking the 90s for the next couple of days.
You'll
but
feel
this
it.
weekend, I don't think it could get any more perfect. Today's high is going to get into the low 70s. We're sitting at 65 right now. Sunny. Sunshine throughout the majority of the day. We are dry on that Storm Tracker 2 Yorkville Battery live radar. And as we continue through the next couple of hours, as you can see, that warm up not occurring just yet, getting into the low 70s, but look at that sunshine as we head throughout the day. So what I'm going to be watching as we continue throughout this weekend, beautiful weekend ahead, sunshine continuing right on into Sunday as well. Like I said, staying in the 70s all weekend. But each day we're going to continue to warm up as we approach the mid to upper 90s by the middle of the week. So that means that record heat possible by next week. I have a full look at what you can expect for this Father's Day weekend, as well as that warm up coming up, all of that later on in the show. For now, back over to you, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Sam. Decision 20.
This summer, never get caught on the course in bad weather. Get severe weather alerts right to your phone with the WKTV Storm Tracker weather app, the only weather app on your phone powered locally by the WKTV Storm Tracker 2 team. When you're on the go, stay in the know.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good morning. Beautiful weekend we have ahead for us. Temperatures right there around that comfortable feeling in the 70s, and sunshine throughout much of Saturday as well as into Sunday. Let's take a look at that downtown Utica Nexus Center live camera. I don't think that view, I always say every time, doesn't get much beautiful than that. Look at that. Blue skies, barely a cloud in the sky. Going to be a gorgeous day ahead here in the Mohawk Valley. Temperatures, though, we're going to start in the 60s. Not warming up much today, even with all that sunshine, clear skies. We're going to stay in the low to mid 70s as we head throughout the day. So a little bit of a chillier start in the morning with some places beginning in the 50s, low 60s to start your Saturday. And as you can see, heading throughout the day, we're not going to trend too warm, getting into the low 70s. But as we approach each day this week, we're going to get warmer and warmer, approaching the 80s to mid 90s by the middle of the week. As far as mowing goes, that Clinton Tractor Mowcast, yes for today. Definitely try to get that done today and tomorrow, as it's going to be very comfortable. I put a maybe for Monday. We will be dry, but our temperature is going to be in the mid to upper 80s. So that's why I put the maybe there. Not the best idea to go out there and do that lawn work. We are dry on that Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We are clear on that satellite as well. All of this due to high pressure in control. This building and this keeping us dry, keeping us clear, bringing us this beautiful weather that we're going to see for this Father's Day weekend. And I'll time all this out. Not much besides those temperatures are going to change on that Skycast. Heading throughout the day on Saturday, sunshine for noon. A couple clouds out there, but mostly blue skies. We'll be mostly clear as we head into the evening. This is going to dip our temperatures down into the 40s, low 40s for some areas. So great night to open the windows, keep that AC off, save it for next week. As you're going to see, we're going to start the day in the 50s on Sunday, and as we continue out the day, much cloudier on Sunday than what we're going to see on Saturday. Still, though, going to see some sunshine. Temperatures just a little bit warmer, getting into the mid-70s, but we do stay dry, and we do have some nice weather for much of the weekend. Now, taking a look at that week ahead, we're talking about those temperatures. We've been talking about it for a while now. As you can see, well above the average high for this time of the year. What's going to be happening? This ridge pushing in, that's going to bring in that hot air for next week, giving us that Bermuda high. And like I said, bringing in all that hot air. So what's going to do, both long-range models are showing that we're going to be seeing very hot weather for the next couple of days. Sunshine for today into the 70s for tonight. Mostly clear, very chilly. Like I said, you can open those windows, let in a little bit of that cooler air. Definitely save that AC until next week. As you can see, Father's Day, beautiful sunshine. Monday, we're going to build in a couple more clouds. Like I said, into the upper 80s. And then we do have those alert days, and that is mainly for that heat. This is very warm for this time of year. We did put some thunderstorms in there. That heat and that humidity, that's a great mixture to get a little bit of that instability in that atmosphere. but nothing looks to be a washout. And there's our trivia question. I remembered to add it this week. It's the annual hottest day.
I feel like it's got to be August 1st. Oh, no kidding.
It's around the
Really?
middle of July, yep.
Well, you stumped me.
Usually I feel like it falls on the morning of Boilermaker, but it's just...
We've had some cooler
We've had some
ones.
cooler ones, we have.
So speaking of the hot weather, it may have an impact on the strawberry crop this year. Strawberry season. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend Today. I'm Katrina Smith. It is Saturday, June 15th. Get you right over to the Weather Center. We have a picture-perfect weekend. I'd say it's like a top 10, don't you think?
I think I put 5 stars all weekend, just because today's a little cooler, but we have lots of sunshine, able to go outside and get anything you need to get done. A little warmer tomorrow, but still
As we
sunshine.
prepare and save those air conditioners
That's what
for
I said, save
next
it.
week.
Save it for next week. Let's take a look at those current conditions. As you can see, sunshine, 60s out there to start, getting into the low 70s for our high today. We're dry on that Storm Tracker 2 Yorkville Battery live radar. So what we're going to be seeing as we continue throughout the day today, sunshine throughout the majority of the day. Might see a cloud or two here and there, but we're going to be seeing sunshine pretty much all day. Temperatures, as you see, not getting too much warmer into the low 70s. So what we're watching as we continue throughout this weekend, that beautiful weekend ahead, even more beautiful for Sunday, warming up each day. We're going to get closer to the mid to upper 90s as we get towards the middle of next week, and that's going to bring us that record heat possible for the next couple of days. Full look at what you can expect for the rest of this Father's Day weekend. That's coming up. Back over to you, Katrina.
Thank you, Sam.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning. We're talking beautiful, picture perfect weather for this entire Father's Day weekend. Let's take a look at the downtown Utica live Nexus Center camera. One of my favorite shots, the blue skies. I mean, it doesn't get prettier than this here in Utica. And we're going to be seeing blue skies for the majority of the day today. Temperatures today, not on the warmer side. We're going to be starting the day in the 60s, and we're not going to be fluctuating too much as we're going to be getting into the low 70s for our high today. Similar situation down the Southern Valley. Some areas started in the 50s. We're up into the low to mid 60s for this morning. As you can see, our day planner continuing throughout the day, only getting into the low 70s. Things are about to change as we continue for the next couple of days. For that Clinton Tractor Mowcast, get that yard work done this weekend. 2 beautiful days ahead. Get everything you can get done before our temperatures get into the 80s and 90s, where you're not going to want to do much. I put a maybe for Monday. If you get it done in the morning, you'll be fine, but by the afternoon, evening, we're going to be a little bit warm and humid to start the work week next week. Dry on that Storm Tracker 2 Yorkville Battery live radar, switching it over to satellite feed. Not going to see much in the way of clouds either, as high pressure in control. This is going to build on and keep us dry, keep us clear, keep that weather quiet all weekend long. And you'll see this on the Storm Tracker 2 Skycast. As we continue throughout our Saturday, not much changes. Some clouds here and there, temperatures in the upper 60s, low 70s. For the evening, mostly clear, and under those clear skies, those clouds act like a blanket usually. Without them, we're going to see temperatures in some areas dip down into even to the low 40s for the overnight hours. So a cool start to our Sunday morning, beginning the day in the 50s. Very similar to Saturday, beautiful day ahead. We'll just see more in the way of clouds on Sunday. So partly sunny throughout the day, and temperatures getting a little bit warmer into the mid 70s, but still a beautiful day for Father's Day. Still get out and enjoy any of those outdoor activities. Temperature trend for the next couple of days, as you can see, starting tomorrow, we're a little bit warmer, and then take a look at this, into the 90s by the middle of the week. So we are well above average for both the high and the low. All of this due to this ridge moving in. Now, when this ridge moves over us, warm air pushes in that Bermuda high off to the coast, and this is going to bring in that warmer weather that we're going to be seeing for the next couple of days. I'm going to show you the 2 long-range models. As you can see, both of them have us in areas of very warm temperatures and weathers for the next couple of days. So that long-range forecast showcasing very warm weather on its way for at least the middle of the week next week. Not for today. We're highs into the low 70s, sunshine throughout the day. For tonight, cool, very chilly night. I'd open the windows, save that AC till next week. Lows into the 40s, mostly clear. And then you can see that 7-day forecast. Beautiful for Sunday. We're into the 70s, and then we warm right on up by the middle of the week. And we do have those alert days just because of how warm it's going to be. And the possibility for some thunderstorms when you get that heat, that humidity, that causes that instability in the atmosphere. And that could give us some of those pop-up thunderstorms by midweek. So the hottest temperature recorded in the U.S. was which one?
Let's go with 128. I'm going to go with my director. We're
It's actually
wrong.
134.
Wrong.
We're not going to get there this week, but it's still, it's going to be hot enough for us here.
Death Valley, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, we are going to feel some extreme heat next week. As the heat gets turned up, the center is offering up a list of cooling centers by county. Here are some listed here. We also have this posted to our website, WKTV.com. In Oneida and Madison County, the list includes several libraries, Sangertown Mall, South Rome Senior Center. You'll want to call for hours, of course. There are no locations for Herkimer County. In Madison County, you can see many public libraries there, as well as the Office for the Aging. And Otsego County includes the South Side Mall, Greater Plains Pool, Bakers Beach, Wilbur Pool, and Worcester Town Pool. Coming up, big
Sam Wessing.
Good evening. Chilly night out there tonight. As we're sitting in the 50s right now, we're talking temperatures overnight getting down into the 40s. So very, very cool evening ahead. Let's take a look. 51 degrees outside right now. We are dry on that Storm Tracker 2 radar. We're going to continue to stay dry as we head overnight into the day on Sunday. So what I'm going to be watching as we continue into the evening, beautiful weather for Father's Day. We're talking a little bit of mix of sun and clouds, but temperatures right back into the mid to upper 70s. Warming up daily each day for the next couple of days. We're going to be approaching the mid to upper 90s by the middle of the week ahead. And then record heat possible, like I said, with those temperatures getting into the 90s. So as we continue throughout the overnight, as you can see, some areas will dip down into the low 40s under mostly clear skies overnight, but we'll be back into the 60s, 70s to round out the rest of the weekend. I have a full look at what you can expect for that warm-up ahead for the next week. That's coming up. Back over to you, Ben.
Sam, thank you very much. Juneteenth.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good evening. We're talking a very chilly evening for tonight ahead of much warmer weather on its way for next week. Lows today going to be getting down into the 40s. Some areas could even approach the low 40s as we continue throughout those overnight hours. But we will rebound nicely as we start the day on Sunday back into the 60s. And we're talking temperatures right around that normal average high, as you can see, with temperatures getting into the 70s for tomorrow. I say, as you head throughout those overnight hours, open those windows, let that cool air in. Save that AC because you're going to be using it for the next couple of nights. It's going to be in the 40s, so you can let some of that cooler air and cool down the house. As far as grilling goes, with it being Father's Day tomorrow, I say great day. Get that grill, head outside. The only reason I put maybe for Monday and Tuesday is it's going to be hot, but you rather might grill than have that oven on. So it's something you might want to look forward to as we're going to be in the 80s and the 90s on Tuesday. But for your Father's Day, great day to sit outside and grill, have a barbecue, have a great time for Father's Day. As you can see on that Storm Tracker 2 radar, we are dry for the evening. We're going to be clear skies overnight. As you know, clouds act like a blanket, so without those clouds, that's why those temperatures decreasing into the 40s as we head throughout the overnight hours. High pressure still out to our west. This is going to continue to build in for tomorrow, and that's going to keep us dry and bring us that beautiful weekend weather that we're going to continue to see for the second half of the weekend. As we head overnight, clear skies into the overnight hours, we'll see a couple more clouds than we saw on Saturday for Sunday. So a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures, though, approaching the mid to upper 70s by the afternoon, evening time. We stay quiet and we stay dry right on into Sunday night. Now let's just take a look at those temperatures as we head into next week. Heat, dangerous thing when it gets to be this warm, well above average. We're talking mid to upper 90s by the middle of next week. What is going to be happening? This ridge right here, this is going to push over us. What that's going to do is that's going to bring in all of that hot, warm air, giving us that Bermuda high off to the Atlantic coast, and that's what's going to be giving us this much warmer weather than we're used to be seeing this time of year, especially for here. All of our long-range models showcasing us right there in the hottest points of each graphic. As you can see, we're going to be seeing that hot weather for the next couple of days. Again, for this evening, mostly clear. Lows into the mid-40s, and again, some areas even the low 40s overnight. Rebounding nicely into the 70s. Just a beautiful day, partly sunny ahead for your Father's Day. And we'll just take a quick peek at that 7-day forecast. We are going to put some thunderstorms in the middle of the week. With all that humidity, that's going to cause the atmosphere to be unstable. We could see some pop-up showers, some thunderstorms, something we'll keep an eye on, but the heat, that's the real